Sami.
And I'm Sam, and today we have 3 visitors with us. And to begin, we have David Foster Wallace visiting us from 6 Feet Under.
Hello, David.
Hey.
Lovely to be here with you today.
Thanks.
So you brought a friend.
It's
My name's Cinnamon.
very lovely tie you have.
Oh, thanks. I was in the middle of something.
Getting back to the interview, do you think lobsters feel pain when they are boiled alive?
Well, there's extensive scientific studies that show their neurons are more advanced than humans. And also, lobsters have thousands of little tiny hairs that make them more sensitive to pain. I like pain.
So you're saying they can feel pain?
Yep. Every single one at the Maine Lobster Festival feels every ounce of pain.
What steps would you take to save the lobsters?
I'd go down to the Maine Lobster Festival and set every one of them free.
So you're not going to eat them?
No way, man.
So what about the other animals then?
Well, I have an obvious selfish interest in this belief, since I like to eat certain kinds of animals, and I want to eat certain kinds of animals, and I want to keep eating certain kinds of animals. Hey, don't touch my cat. I have not succeeded in working out a way to sort out any sort of personal ethics system which doesn't make it just seem selfish.
So you're saying that even after all this time writing your scholarly essay of the Maine Lobster Fest, you're still going to eat animals?
Not strong enough. You mind? Oh, thank you. What was that? Huh?
After all this time writing your essay on the Maine Lobster Fest, you're still going to eat animals?
It's complicated. Because if only I had some clever excuse that I could use to practice my troubled ways in the middle of right and wrong. If only.
But just now you said lobsters had sensitive hairs that were receptive to pain.
Well, how do I get out of this one? Actually, let me be right back. You can actually talk to my friend, the Dalai Lama, about these ethics and stuff. He's an expert. Excuse me.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
That was David Foster Wallace.
Hold on to your hats because this Sunday at Rockledge Harbor Park. Welcome to the annual Lobster Spectacular. See the largest lobster cooker in the world. Chow down with all your friends on fresh Maine lobster. See David Foster Wallace attempt to eat a whole tank of lobsters. And don't forget the hippies. Hippie! Buy your tickets now for Sunday, Rockland Harbor Park, Maine Lobster Festival.
Now here comes the Dalai Lama. Welcome, Dalai Lama. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
So, regarding animal rights, how would you feel about them?
Well, animals deserve to have rights, and they're a very important part of our society. They're our members of this family of our earth.
So you're saying animals should not suffer for our gustatory pleasure. If you think this, why do you eat meat?
Well, the higher level of knowledge, power, and responsibility is greater than all of us. Indeed. Well, like I previously said, dealing with animal rights, we like meat, but we should treat the animals well.
In your book, The Universe in a Single Atom, you mention in the chapter Ethics and New Genetics how you feel about cloning. Can you explain more about that?
Oh, yes. Well, there are 2 types of cloning. There's therapeutic cloning and reproductive cloning. Now, the therapeutic cloning is used for healing organs, and I think that is very good. But the very scary one is the second one. Now, that is bad because it reproduces a whole nother creature, which is not natural.
You wrote about people working together. Why is this?
Oh, we are all indeed members of a single family sharing one little house. I mean, people need to stop being so damn selfish.
You also discussed mass food production. You started, but by doing these things, you're changing the genetic makeup. And do we really know what the long-term impact will be? What do you think the long-term impact will be?
Well, as for mass food production, I feel that most companies use it just, they say you can ship things across the world faster or they'll last longer on the shelves. But it's really just a front to get more money for the companies. It's a way to exploit their resources.
Well,
Thanks for coming in today.
there you have it, the Dalai Lama.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tuesday night on Comedy Central, world premiere of a brand new South Park.
Home. Hey man, what are you doing? Hello? Hey man, check this guy out. Leave him alone, dude. That's the Dalai Lama. Hello, children. I am just meditating. Hey, shut up. Don't tell the Dalai Lama to shut up. Oh my god, you killed Dalai Lama. Ah!
This Tuesday, only on Comedy Central.
Welcome back. Now our next visitor is Kenji Yoshino. Welcome.
Hi. Hugs for you.
Oh,
Hugs for you.
thanks.
How are you doing?
Lovely shirt.
Thank you.
So, how do you feel about animal rights?
Oh, well, gay rights are a very important thing.
How do you feel about animal rights?
So all the gays should get equal rights, equal opportunity, and everything.
Yes, but animal rights? How about that?
Yeah, animals are cool.
Okay, but so, now what are your views on civil rights?
Oh, civil rights are great because they're just like gay rights.
Can you elaborate on that?
Okay, well, there's more improvements needed for civil rights because we focus on what sets us apart, and we should be more focused on what brings us together, you know? And there's a difference between like the true self and the false self, and that's what I talk about covering, where our false self covers our true self.
So how do human rights and animal rights relate to each other?
Well, just like animals, we're living creatures, all living creatures in this wonderful earth. And being a living creature, we should all deserve equal opportunities, just like the gays and the straights, you know, we should all get equal opportunities.
In your book, covering the hidden assault of one, our civil rights, you mentioned that everyone covers. How do you cover in your life?
Oh, that brings me back way. Oh, I remember in the womb. You should have seen it. I did the floors and the walls myself. It was beautiful. But when I was a young boy, I always knew it to be my life's destiny to be a gay lawyer. But I didn't really understand myself yet. By the way, is this David Foster Wallace's water? Well, back to my story. I digress. I remember when I was in law school, I met a professor, and he helped me really discover myself. And that's when I really became my true self, and I really started understanding how the false self covers the true self. And they do exist together as one entity, but we need to learn how to express our true selves more. Now, if we look closely, we'll see that covering is a way that many groups are held back, and the reason why racial minorities are pressured to act white. It's because of white supremacy, obviously. Did I mention I was gay? Gay lawyer.
Yeah.
Lawyer, I have my doctorate.
Ah.
Well, the reason women are told to downplay their child care responsibilities it's because of patriarchy. And the reason why gays are asked not to flaunt are because of homophobia. So, because the covering demand persists, American civil rights will not have completed its work, and they will not be a complete entity the way I envision it to be.
Well,
Very nice.
thank you for your time. Now this is Kenji Yoshino.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah. I love lobster, man, it's boss, especially with butter sauce. Lobster is a man's best friend. I like to eat, but most of all at the Maine Lobster Festival. Lobster is a man's best friend. Boiling them every day. Lobsters keep the frowns away. Lobster is a man's best friend. Eating my favorite crustacean fills me with complete elation. Lobster is a man's best friend. Wallace, Paul, and Yoshino, Dalai Lama, and Puleo think lobster is a man's best friend.